Not knowing the law does not exempt you from complying. If you don't, you might be unconsciously or unknowingly submitting yourself to a $500 a day levy to our beloved Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam never wants more than he deserves, so don't give him more than he deserves. Go ahead and file your BOI reporting today and comply with the Corporate Transparency Act. Hello, and welcome to Small Biz Catalyst. My name is Ayisat and I am your host. I am an Economic Recovery Corps Fellow and the CEO of Financial Leadership Club of America. This show is for struggling small business owners who want to be able to earn a consistent six-figure salary from their businesses, and the economic development professionals who support them. Every week, we will delve into innovative strategies, success stories, and actionable insights to empower small businesses as catalysts for economic resilience. We will bring in knowledgeable guests who can help small business owners grow their businesses. Whether you're interested in community development, economic policy, or entrepreneurship, this podcast offers valuable insights and inspiration. Enjoy the show as we explore how to grow our businesses together. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Small Biz Catalyst. Today's episode, we're actually going to touch on something that is really important for a lot of businesses across the US. It's the BOI filing requirement. Let me step back a little bit and tell you just why this is important. At this end, at the end of this episode, you will know exactly what to do in order to comply with the Corporate Transparency Act. You would know how to file the BOI reporting requirement, and you would have walked through it with me. All right, let's get to the studios and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. To give you a backdrop on the BOIR, which is the Beneficial Owners Information Report. This was passed into law um, a few years ago by the Senate, but it is effective 2024. I'm going to take you to the website a little bit just so that you know exactly where to go. If you go to FinCEN.gov, that's FINCEN.gov, that's where we are, that's this website, FINCEI.gov. It will tell you all about the beneficial owners information, the BOI. This is part of the Corporate Transparency Act to help the US Department of Treasury fight against financial crimes. You might be wondering, why do I need to know about this? That is a great question. And so I'm going to take you to this page to just tell you the FAQ page. Should my company report a BOI now? And if you're asking that question, there is one way to find out. So FinCEN launched the BOI e-filing website for reporting the beneficial owner's information on January 1, 2024. A reporting company created or registered to do business before January 1st, 2024 will have until January 1, 2025 to file its initial BOI report. Now, any company created in 2024 will have 90 calendar days to file after receiving actual public notice that its creation or registration is effective. A company created on or after January 1, 2025 will have 30 calendar days to file after receiving actual public notice that its creation or registration is effective. So, three things to know. If your company was created before 2024, you have until the end of 2024 to file. If it was created in 2024, you had 90 days to file. If it will be created in 2025, you only have 30 days. And those are the key dates that you need to know. Now, there are some other questions here on this site. When do I report? When will FinCEN accept BOI reports? Would there be a fee for submitting a BOI report? That answer is no. There is no fee for submitting your beneficial ownership information report to FinCEN. Now, there is a levy if you do not file, and we'll get into that in a minute. Now, there are also questions like how will I report my company's BOI? You can do that through the FinCEN website, fincen.gov. Now, some of you are concerned, do I really need to file? Should I file? This is a great one. What is a reporting company? Who is required to file? There are two types of reporting companies, the domestic reporting company and the foreign reporting company. There's a graph on the website that tells you exactly when to file. So if your company is a corporation, you do not need to file. But if you are a domestic reporting company, if your company is an LLC, yes, you need to file. Or if your company files a report with a state agent or a similar body, you need to file the BOI. If your company was created by filing of a document with a Secretary of State or any similar office under the law of a state or Indian tribe, you need to file. Now, there are some exemptions to those who need to file. And over here are 23 exemptions. The securities reporting issuer, governmental authorities, banks, credit union, depository institution holding companies, money service businesses, broker or dealers in securities, security exchange or clearing agencies, other exchange age acts registered entity, investment companies or investment advisor, venture capital fund advisor, insurance company, state licensed insurance producer, Commodity Exchange Act registered entity, accounting firms, public utility, financial market utility, pooled investment vehicle, tax exempt entity, entity assisting tax exempt entity, large operating company, subsidiary of certain exempt entities, inactive entities. Those are the only organizations that are exempt from filing the BOI. Now, let's get back to the top. I really want to show you how to file. So I'm going to go to the home page and I will click File a Report using the BOI e-filing system. And then I click on Get Started. Now you could file using a PDF BOIR, or you prepare that, I guess you print it out, you prepare it and submit, or you could file online. So I'm going to file online. Because this is my first time filing, I would choose Initial Report. It automatically populates the date. And then I click on Next. I'm going to request to receive a FinCEN ID. I feel like this is something I would need, as I file, follow-up reports. I think this is probably going to be required yearly or annually, or however, I'm not sure. Um, I'll probably look and see. So whenever the next time I have to file, I have an ID that I can use. I do have an EIN, so instead of using an SSN because it's not a single member company LLC, I'm going to use an EIN. Then I'll put my EIN here. I put in the address, I click next, and it says company applicant information. I don't have a CIN ID, so I'm not putting one. At least I don't have one yet. I'm going to put in my last name, first name, and my date of birth. And then I will put in my current address. I probably put in the business address because I'm doing this for the business instead of my individual address. And then I will put in my ID, which would be my driver's license. You can use your passport. So you can select what type of ID you're using, if it's your passport, your state driver's license, local tribe issued ID, or foreign passport. You put in the number, country or jurisdiction or state, local tribe description, and then you hit next. So I'm going to see you when all of these are completed because these are personal information and I don't think you want that. Put my ID after putting in all of my information. I just want you to be aware of that. So if your company was owned by your child or a minor, you can click on 35 and put in your information instead of the minor's information. I don't have to do this because my company is owned by adults, so it's not an exempt entity, so I don't have to file this. I love that if you need help, you can access instructions for item 38. So if you're not sure, you can click on need help and it gives you the instruction for that individual's last name or entity's legal name. Instruction for item, first name, middle name, last name. Okay. So I am gonna put the entity's legal name here. This one, it's actually the last name of the owner. I misspoke the first time. So instruction says individual's last name or entity's legal name. So if it's owned by an entity, you put in the entity's name. An entity's legal name is the name of the article of incorporation. Do not abbreviate unless an abbreviation is part of the legal name. So they really want the beneficial owner's last name here and first name, unless it's an exempt entity. Then you use their legal name. In which case, I don't know what you would put for the first name. I feel like that's a flaw because I started to do that and I realized no, there's a flaw there. So see you when this is completed. So once you put in the owner's information, it takes you here where you can fill out your email, confirm the email, put in your first name, your last name, and certify and authorize that you're filing on behalf of the reporting company, and then claim that you are human, and then you can submit this. So I'll see you once all the personal information are in. So I put in all of my information. I clicked agree. If there's something missing, it would not let you click on that until it tell you this was missing. I didn't put my date of birth right, so it told me to go back and put in my date of birth. And now I'm going to certify that I'm human. Click on the one that breaks the pattern. I guess this one. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I don't like this fancy. Click on the one that breaks the pattern. I'd say this one. All right, it now knows that I'm human. I was able to submit it, and I think that's it. Guys, the reason this episode is really important it's because come January 1, 2025, companies who are not in compliance will be fined and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. The reason this episode is really very important is because come January 1, 2025, small businesses like yours and mine will find ourselves owing the government $500 a day for not being compliant with this. I don't want that to happen to you because I know for some businesses, that's a make or break amount of money, especially when you have very small margins. So I want this to get out as many people as possible. Please share it with people who have businesses that are registered with the state and might need to know about this. Not enough people know about this. You can't fight the law, you can only obey the law. So please share this with anybody who needs to know so that they can be in compliance and they can keep growing as we're all exploring together and they can keep that six-figure salary for themselves. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this episode has been super beneficial for you. It was certainly helpful for me to walk through this. This is actually my first time filing it for my business. And I want you to know how easy it is to do this. And I want you to be in compliance so that come 2025, we're all going to be growing our businesses together with all that we're learning, that we've learned this year, and all that we will learn. If you haven't subscribed to Small Biz Catalyst, please do so today and share this episode or the podcast with whoever you know could benefit from it. Don't forget to like and review or rate the show on whatever platform you're listening to it. It helps other people learn about it and it helps me to keep growing. Thank you for being a part of my journey and for being a part of this podcast, for being a listener. I'd love to hear your comments, your feedback. So you can even text me. So text me on the show. Until next time, let's keep exploring together so we can grow together. Listeners, this process is so simple. Our application for today is to go ahead and file the BOI report today. Get it out of the way so you don't have to worry about it. You can do it in less than 10 minutes. You should actually be able to do it in 5 minutes if you have all of your information on you, like your ID, your email, an uploadable copy of your ID, and you are good to go. Uncle Sam never wants more than he deserves, so don't give him more than he deserves. Go ahead and file your BOI reporting today and comply with the Corporate Transparency Act. And if you do, let me know if you used the Adobe or if you filed online and how long it took you to do it. Until next time, we'll keep exploring how to keep our companies growing and resilient. Thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to learn more, be sure to click on the show notes below for the links to some referrals and recommendations. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.